So there's been a big push in the modding scene recently. 2018 has been a good year. SKSE64 is now in beta and out of alpha. SSEEDIT has seen a lot of new improvements. Nexus Mod Manager and Mod Organizer 2 have seen a lot of improvements. And downloading mods today is as easy as they've ever been. But to someone who's new to this, there can be some confusions. Today I'm going to show you a step-by-step tutorial on how to install everything you need from start to finish. So assuming that you've already downloaded Skyrim SE, next thing you want to do is download your mod manager of choice. Now you obviously don't have to download a mod manager, you can also install them manually if you choose. But I personally think that Nexus Mod Manager is the best all-around mod manager of choice. So I'm going to download that. And then you see the newest file. It comes in a manual download, but I'll show you how to extract those files. It should come to an installer as soon as you click it. Right, that's it. That's what you want to see. So click yes, and then English. I accept. Next. Program files, yes, that's fine. Nexus Mod Manager. And I'm going to create a quick launch shortcut. Install. Finish. So it uses a wizard to install it. And then what it's going to do is try to recognize all the games that you have. It should recognize Skyrim SE. It's going to turn into a check mark. And there you go. And so, okay, it automatically stopped searching. So now you want to do quick startup. Go ahead and press OK. Setup pass, so it wants you to go ahead and play the game. Just go to the main menu so that it can recognize the settings that you have on it. Yeah, so I don't have any mods in the files. Following updates fail, don't worry about that. And here you go. So that's Nexus Mod Manager done. So the next thing you want to install after that is Loot, Load Order Optimization Tool. So I want to click Download Loot. Now I'm going to check Installer, download with the installer. And you can see the version, the current version that I'm using. Okay, so go ahead and click the installer. Click yes. Click OK. Program files. I don't want it in my 86 files, so I'm going to put them in just my program files. Click next. Create desktop shortcut. Okay, and that setup is finished. So now Loot should run. You can go ahead and read this if you like, but I'm going to show you how to do it anyway. Now it's going to say that you have nothing on here. You got nothing on here. But once you load it, well, I'm going to say update master list first, and then I'll sort the load order. Yeah, you can see all of these mistakes that has still left in the special edition. Then sorting the load order, yeah, should do nothing. So that's Loot done with. Next thing you want to download is SSEEDIT. There's a download right here. You can see the requirement is 7-zip, but I've already got that. In fact, let me click that. Yeah, that's what you need. So depending on what you have, if you have 32-bit computer or 64-bit computer, you want to make sure that you know that before you download. So for example, I have a 64-bit, but I've already got that downloaded. but it's very simple. Just a simple installer like everything else. So now I'm going to install SSEEDIT. Click manual install. And this is not an installer, this is files that you have to extract. So you can see SSEEDIT, a bunch of scripts that nobody could read. Okay, so once that's installed, it should be in your downloads. And then here's SSEEDIT. So what you want to do is right click, extract the files, click OK, and this is what you're going to get. So you want to take that, the SSEEDIT.exe, you can put it whatever you want, but I put it in my taskbar. Okay, so now let's use SSEEDIT to clean all the necessary master files, as well as all the wild edits that were left in Dawnguard. So I'm going to show you how to do that. Let's open SSEEDIT. And something SSEEDIT has changed from TSEdit is you actually don't have to, for example, you used to have to clean Skyrim ESM, update Dawnguard, and then same thing, Skyrim ESM update Hearthfire, Skyrim ESM update Dragonborn. But apparently you don't have to clean that, but it doesn't make a difference whether you do it that way or not. So now all you do is right click, because once you open it you're going to get this, everything's going to be checked. You want to right click, click select none, and we'll start with, hold on, let me just double check here, as you'll be able to see, update, Dawnguard, Hearthfire, and Dragonborn. Those are what needs to be cleaned. So I'm going to show you how to do that. So start with update, check that, click OK, and it's going to show you the tips, but I'll show you how to go through this. You can see background loader has finished. So next thing you want to do is, you see update here, you want to right click and apply filter for cleaning. This will take a while. Well, not that long. You can see the numbers going up right there. That's the items that are being cleaned, that are being processed. And don't worry about the different colors. Don't let that throw you off. Next thing you want to do is click update again, right click update again, and then remove identical to master records. So you can see filtering's done, process records. You can see the number right here. So yeah, next thing you want to do, remove identical to master records. You're going to get a warning. Just ignore that. Just make sure you know what you're doing. Say, I'm absolutely sure. Alright, removing identical to master records done. Process records. Removed records. So process records 17,644, and it removed 239. So once you've done that, go back to update ESM, and now you right click, undelete, and disable references. And that's what you want to see. So now go ahead and exit to save, and you're going to get a file folder. Make sure that update ESM's ticked. Make sure backup plugins is ticked with the check marks. Click OK. And you do the same thing for everything else. So I'm going to show you. Let's open Loot. You can now see that update ESM is cleaned. So now let's clean Dawnguard. Check that, click OK. Get rid of this tips. Alright, background loader is finished. What's left to do is clean DOM guard, right click, do the same thing you did for update, apply filter for cleaning. See the number going up. Now you want to right click again and remove identical to master records. Say yes. You can see that identical master records done. You can see the records so cleaned. Well, no. What did that say? Process records 98,676, and then removed 621. Okay, so now right click again and undelete and disable references. So this one has 57 deleted nav meshes. So next thing you want to do is same thing with update, exit. Make sure that these both are ticked. Click OK. So same thing with Hearthfire. Just make sure Hearthfire is ticked. Clean that. Background loader finished. Right click, apply filter for cleaning. There it goes. And now right click, remove identical to master records. Yes, you're sure. There you go. Removed 18,539 records. Processed 18,539 records. Removed 178. And then undelete and disable references. 5 deleted nav meshes. Save. And now let's do the same thing for Dragonborn. There's Dragonborn. Click OK. And now alright, background loader finished. Right click Dragonborn, apply filter for cleaning. Okay, now let's right click Dragonborn again, remove identical to master records, say you're sure. So process records 214,498, and then remove records 69. Now undelete and disable references. You can see it contains 1 deleted nav meshes. So exit and save, and there you go. So now let's load up loot again. And it looks like Dawnguard needs to be cleaned once again. This is a common thing that most people have had to deal with. So we'll just go ahead and clean Dawnguard again. There's no harm in doing it. Okay, same thing, apply filter. Okay, filtering done, process records. Now you want to say remove, identical to master records. Say you're sure. This removes 6 records, and that was the amount of records that needed to be cleaned. So that's what you need. And then undelete and disable references. And it should say Dawnguard is now clean. So exit that again. Click OK to save. Let's open loot again. You can see that Dawnguard is now clean. So now let's delete that wild edit that Dawnguard has. So let's select none and then select Dawnguard, click OK. And I'm not cleaning Dawnguard like I did before. I'm just going to have SSEEDIT loaded up. So now that that's finished, you see this cross. Matter of fact, let me just maximize that. You see this plus sign right here? It looks like a cross. Left click on that. You can see that these are all of the different aspects of the DLC that you can edit and clean, but for this wild edit you want to click on cell. So left click on that, left click block 5, left click on sub block 3, and there's the wild edit. As you can see, Riften, Ragged, Flagon. So you can see it's going to have this different section over here, and all the different sections you can edit and clean, but one I'm looking at is XEZN Encounter Zone, Riften Ratway Zone. And the area that you need to clean is this brown area. Well, that's how I've done it, but just right click on that and then click remove. Then you want to say yes, you're sure, and as you can see, that wild edit is now deleted. So save that just like you saved before. Click OK. Something I want to point out is that I wouldn't recommend that you clean anything else in Dawnguard, just that part of the cell. So you don't want to delete all of the cells in Dawnguard, even though that you're never going to see them in the game, even though you might not think they're meant to be in the game. There may be mods that use that. So now let's download SKSE for Skyrim Special Edition. Now you can see the one you need to download is the current SE build 2.0.7. You can see attached to it is the 7-zip archive. That's SKSE64, so click to download the archive. Now let's open that up. You can see it's the script. So let's go to my downloads. You can see it's right here, SKSE64. going to right click on that and extract files. You can see that's where I get these files right here. So what I'm going to do now is go to my Steam, go to my library, Skyrim Special Edition, right click and then go to Properties, click on Properties, go to Local Files, Browse Local Files, and this is where I'm going to place those scripts. Okay, so now what you want to do is copy all of the SKSE scripts, but just don't copy the folders. So just copy these scripts and go back to your Skyrim directory and paste those into your folder, into your directory. As you can see, now they're in the directory. So that's the first step of installing SKSE64. So now the last step in installing SKSE is to make an archive. So you can see the Skyrim SE executable, the executables right here in the directory. So I'm going to just exit out of that and then go back to where the scripts are, but this time right click on data and then extract, well not extract, I'm sorry, add to data 7-zip. You can see I'm going to get this. So this is the archive. Okay, so it's essentially like a mod. Next thing you want to do is open your mod manager of choice. So as I said, I use Nexus mod manager. And I'm going to open my mods tab. And then what you want to do is drag the archive. You can rename it if you want, but I just keep it the same. Drag the archive, you see how that little rectangle is there? Drop it in your mods folder, in your mods tab, and you can see it's then been added, it's complete. So I can expand the categories. As you can see, there it is. So now you want to press the check mark to activate it, and yeah, click OK. Don't worry about that. And now you have SKSE64 installed. You have it installed correctly. So now I'll show how to make a shortcut for your new loader. So I went ahead and put my directory, Skyrim SE directory, on my desktop. So I'm just going to right click on the new SKSE64 loader and send to desktop. Alright, so from here I'm going to right click on the new SKSE64 loader.exe, go to properties. You can see it's already on the shortcut tab. So I'm going to click change icon and not worry about that. And then I'm going to click browse. You can see the original Skyrim SE executable file. I'm just going to double click that and you can see the image. Click OK, click apply, and OK, and it recognizes the image. So now I'm just going to rename it to Skyrim SE SKSE. And from there I can just go ahead and launch the new loader. And now I'm going to press the tilde key, the key under the escape button, and type get SKSE version. As you can see, version 2.0.7. So I'm just going to QQQ to quit, and that's all there is to it. Alright, so right now I have the one mod that even if you're not going to use any mods, you might want to download this, the unofficial Skyrim Special Edition patch. And right now it's downloading. As you can see, it's almost done. For SkyUI, you can also download a mod called SkyHUD, but the only reason I would download it is to get rid of the compass that is left in my game. So I'll show you a simple fix for that. You just go to Documents, you go to My Games, Skyrim Special Edition, and then Skyrim Prefers.ini. If you just scroll down, I might have went down too high there. I think I did. There you go. You scroll down and you click, you see show compass right here? It's going to be set to 1, but all you got to do is just set it to 0, and then your compass at the top of your screen, it'll be gone. To activate it again, all you got to do is just, you have to exit the game, but then you just have to press 1 again. Put in 1, then go ahead and save it. Don't save as, just save. And then that's all there is to that. So my mod should be done downloading. Yes, it's finished. As you can see, unofficial Skyrim special edition patch, and that's going to be under bug fixes. I'm just going to highlight that, and then I'm going to enable it. This one shouldn't take too long. You can also see, as it's downloading, get a good idea of the file size. But that's downloaded, and I'll even show it on loot here. As you can see, unofficial Skyrim special edition patch, and it should be loaded properly. Yeah, that's always the first mod that I download. So the next mod, now that that's done, next mod you want to download is Sky UI. That's what's going to give you the clean UI that you see here. So go ahead and just download the Nexus Mod Manager version. As you can see, mod requirements, SKSE64. So I'm going to go ahead and activate Sky UI. You can see that didn't take that long. So now I'll show you an example of how optional files work. So you can see right here, I have Frostfall, Hypothermia mod, Campfire, it's a camping mod, I Need, and another mod like this called Your Own Thoughts. So I'll show you what that does. When you install a mod like this, I'll just go ahead and activate it right now. You can see these are the optional forms. I'm just going to maximize this. Alternative game mechanics, I'm going to select no. Select no, but you can see right here, these are the optional files, so the optional plugins that you can add to mods that you already have. But if I didn't have, for example, Frostfall, see, then I wouldn't get this message coming up. Frostfall SE is recommending it. Disabling it may result in game instability. Are you sure you want to continue? No. As you can see, now they're both enabled. Same thing with I Need. If I disabled I Need, same message would appear. I also have Hunterborn. Same thing with that. And I don't have any of these. Those are the only ones that I have. So then I'm just going to click next. And I only have Cutting Room Floor. I don't have any of these. Don't have none of those. Acknowledge. And then that's activated. So that's how optional files work. So now I'll show you how overriding files work. So I've got two examples. I have Static Mesh Improvement and Ruins Clutter Improved. These are two mods, but both mods override some of the same meshes, and I'm going to show you. As you can see, Static Mesh Improvement has 1008 megabytes. That is a lot. That's a lot of megabytes. That's a lot of file space, and this is most likely going to be the first mesh mod you need to download, because a mod like Ruins Clutter Improve will overwrite the files that you want this mod to use instead. So I'll just show you how that works. I've already reinstalled Ruins Clutter Improve just to show you, and when I activate it, as you can see, it says Nexus Mod Manager, Skyrim SE mods, meshes, clutter, food, flour sack. It already exists. So this is coming, well, I can't highlight that, but this is coming from static mesh improvement right here. But all I have to do is just simply press yes to all, and I would suggest that you say this with every mod. Just say yes to all, and then it's going to overwrite that file. Okay, there we go. And that's essentially how you overwrite mod files. So what if you prefer to not use a mod manager and you prefer to install your mods manually? Well, I have a mod right here called Total Character Makeover, and I went ahead and installed it manually just to show the example. As you can see in the installation, it shows extract the contents of the 7-zip file to your Skyrim data folder. So once you download that, in this case download it manually, just go to your downloads. You can see that's where I am, my downloads, and there's the file. So I'm just going to minimize this and drag it to my desktop. And now I have to access my Skyrim data folder. So I'm going to do that is I'm just going to open my files, go to Documents, go to My Games, Skyrim Special Edition, and there's the data folder. So there are two ways you can do this. You can either open the contents, just like that. You can copy them into your data folder, or if you put your data folder onto your quick access bar, quick access tab, you can actually extract them. So you can see it's 7-zip archive, extract files, and it's going to ask where to extract them. So you want to say data, but I'm not going to do it that way. I'm just going to do it the simplest way, which is just putting these directly into the data folder. As you can see, it's copying the items. And then that's all there is to it. You can see there are the files right there. So I hope that I answered any questions that you might have and prepared you for any complications that you might encounter. It'll make it a lot easier for you now that you know what you're doing. Take care, everybody. I'll see you next time.